So I guess then, does that mean you sort of feel more comfortable in Australia? Because compared to America and the UK, the metal scene here is really, really quite small compared to over there, and it's certainly intense, but in a much more concentrated way. So sort of, what's it like coming from countries that have pretty intense metal scenes to Australia? Do you notice any differences?
You know what? I think it's pretty run of the mill everywhere that we go. Because everywhere that we go, we play bigger shows and smaller shows. So I mean, we'll go to Europe and we'll play some big rooms and we'll play some small rooms, just like here. In the U.S., it's the same thing. So I don't feel like there's any huge big difference for us. We know what we're doing. We go out there, we know what to expect and what's going to happen, and we're just going to try to up the ante a little more every night because that's what we do. So.
And so then, when you do these smaller gigs, do you sort of work to sort of entertain every individual in the crowd, as opposed to, say, when you play a festival show and there's tens of thousands of people out there?
It's a lot easier to really get into people's faces and kind of meet eyes with different people that are right in front of you, as opposed to playing a big festival and you got 15 feet to the barrier or however, whatever your metric unit is to that point. But so when you don't have a barricade and you got all the kids up front and and Ken's fucking pretending to piss on them all or whatever he does over there on stage left, it's just a different situation, and it's cool. All
right, man. So we're coming towards the end of it now. We just got some of those obligatory future questions that always come up in interviews. Again, the March has been out for a while now. So are there any plans for new tracks in the works? Anything coming out soon?
Absolutely. As soon as we get home from this tour, right after Australia, and we're going over to Europe for a few weeks. But as soon as we get home, we're gonna get down to the drawing board again and start spitting out some more tunes and do a little pre-production, see what we got in the works, and then hopefully sometime. Maybe spring 2011. Well, our spring, which would be your fall.
Yes, that's the
something like that.
Because summer is winter.
Yeah.
So spring is autumn. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So right around that time, we're looking to release a new album. So early 2011.
Are there any ideas about the tracks at the moment? Can you tell us a bit about them, or is it still all very sort of rudimentary?
I'm sure they're amazing, but they're just inklings in the back of everybody's brain right now. I know Buzz has got some stuff going on. Buzz always is trying to up the ante with some cool licks and stuff. So I always have pride in what he does, and I'm sure that he's gonna flourish and meet our expectations as a band, and the rest of us will be there to fucking grab that shit, wrap a song around it, and we'll make it happen.
And just quickly as well, you guys are heading off to the Download Festival in the UK, which has a huge lineup going on over 3 days. I'm just curious to know, are there any bands that you guys as a band are really particularly keen to see while you're there?
Well, I'm really stoked on the day that we're playing because I missed AC/DC at home when they came through, so I'm stoked that I'm going to be playing the same night as them. And I am going to do everything in my power to be side stage, which probably won't happen because I'll be like, who the hell are you? Get out of here. But, I got much love for Australia's own AC/DC, one of my favorite bands of all time. And I'm also really, really looking forward to catching them Crooked Vultures because I have not seen them yet. And I've only enjoyed their music a few times, actually.
Yeah.
But, I mean, the lineup. The guys in that band. I mean, I'm sure it's going to be an experience to be had, so I'm really looking forward to that. I'm also looking forward to all the other bands that our friends' bands that are playing the stages that day. I mean, we know most of the bands that are playing that day, so it's going to be really nice to just see our bros and go out there and, give the dudes some hugs, and we'll go out and kiss some babies together and shit. So it'll be a good time.
Sounds like you're running for politics, man. You're performing at a gig or something.
Worst bass player ever. I'm going to win. Vote for me in 2009 or 2010. I don't even know what year it is anymore. It's crazy.
Well, I guess your run for politics kind of relates to my last question here. It's the touristy quiet question. Is there anything you guys particularly want to get up to while you're in Australia, or have you already done it? What's that? Yeah.
We've been here a few times already, so for me it's quite simple. I've done most of the landmark tourism. I'm always a big fan of just hitting the casinos because I constantly am running into cool people all over the casinos. Like it was one time I ran into Shannon Elizabeth. Last night Trevor was playing poker with one of the co-stars of House, which is a big hit in the United States. I don't know if you guys get that here. I'm sure you do, but either way, so it's pretty cool for us. I think he was actually on Neighbors too back in the day. I can't remember his name though. Anyways, whatever. Yeah, it's always cool to like run into different people there.
The main guy who's in house or the co-star?
No, not one of the co-stars.
I only know the main guy. I only know Hugh Laurie, the main guy. I don't know the other.
He's awesome, obviously, but.
All right, well, awesome. Well, that's the end of the interview, man. I hope you guys enjoy your stay here, and thanks a lot for being on Caged in Metal. And on this show, we like to let bands introduce a song of theirs that we're going to play, tell us a bit about it, stuff like that. So we're going to play our Grave of Opportunity now. So, yeah, want to tell us a bit about it and introduce the song?
I have no idea what that song's about. No, I think it's Grave of Opportunity is a kind of a song about us growing older and how, time kind of stalks everybody in some way, and it's kind of tricky to stay ahead of the curve but not get too far ahead because you get too close to death. So I think that's what it is. You gotta take your windows of opportunity and hope they don't kill you.